am nervous. I am nervous. I
Serious.
am nervous.
Nervous.
I am nervous.
Okay.
I am nervous.
Science exam. Natural history. Are spiders insects?
No, they are arachnids.
How do they differ from insects?
First, they have two main body parts instead of three. First, the thorax and the head are made into one cephalothorax.
It's okay. Okay.
And then the abdomen does not have any segments like the insect. First of all, it doesn't have
First of all.
Wait, no.
Second of all.
Second of all, they have 6 legs. I mean, 8 legs. 8 legs, not 6. Because insects have 6 legs, while they have 8 legs. Yeah.
Very good answer. Why do some birds migrate?
Why do they migrate?
Yes.
Okay, so wait. So when it's winter, the Arctic terns they live in the Antarctic Circle, and then when it's summer, the Arctic terns go back to the Arctic Circle, and then they live there in the summer. Birds migrate so that birds migrate. Wait lang. How do you explain this? Okay, so bird migrate.
In your example, why do the Arctic terns migrate to the Antarctic Circle during winter?
Kasi maybe because the Antarctic Circle is like colder.
But it's winter in the Arctic Circle. The Arctic terns, you said the Arctic terns go to the Antarctic Circle during winter. Why is that? It's already winter in their place. Why do they go to another place when it's winter in their place?
Kasi they are migratory birds.
Why do they migrate? That's the question. Why do you think they migrate?
I think they migrate.
In your example, winter. In the Arctic Circle, there is winter. So, when the season is winter, the Arctic terns go to the Antarctic Circle. And then when it's summer,
they go
back. Oh, why is that?
Maybe because it's colder in the Antarctic Circle in winter, and then it's hotter here in the summer.
Okay. How are birds' feathers useful?
Okay, so they kind of like protect the bird, and then here's the like the parts of the feather. So there's the quill or the shaft. Let's just call it shaft, and then there's the fluff, and then the barb. So there's 3 major parts. 3. So the fluff is like at the farther end of the feathers, nearer to the tail, I think. Okay. So the feathers, it protects the bird, it keeps the bird warm. Also kind of makes it easier to fly. Yeah.
How about their beaks?
Beaks, they use beaks kind of for cutting, digging. Ano pa ba? Protection, self-protection, what else pa? Picking. Ano pa? Eating, and that's all I remember.
Okay. How about bird feet? How are they useful? Useful.
They are useful to like, walk. They can also crack the food before they eat the food with their beaks. They can crack it with their beaks and their feet. And it kind of, for ducks it helps them swim. For hens it helps them run. Yeah, and hens have sharp claws, like like dig. And then the ducks have these flippers with the webs in between them, so that they can swim good.
That's my next question.
Oh.
Compare the feet of a hen to the feet of a duck.
So the feet of a hen is it's like harder, and there's scales, and then it has sharp claws to dig, of course. And then the duck has webbed feet. They're like flippers, when the scuba divers just so that they can swim and so that they can waddle. Yeah. Oh yeah, and hens just need them to run or dig. Yeah.
How are bird's eyes different from human eyes?
Okay, because birds' eyes are different from human eyes because they still have this, the eyelids. But the hen, it differs because it has them on both sides. It's one here, and it doesn't really have to turn to look. It doesn't. It can look at one thing and then the other eye can look at the other thing. Yeah. And then ano pa ba?
How about owls?
Oh yeah. The owl's eyes, the iris can be any color, and the pupil just black. And owls, they have really big eyes. They don't really have those, what is this called?
Eyelids?
No, they have eyelids, but they have 3.
Oh.
Okay, so okay, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I forgot what the third one is called, but yeah. And their eyes can be whatever color they like, even purple. Well, not whatever color they like. It can also be purple or red or yellow or whatever.
Can you narrate an animal story? You studied this term.
Okay. My kind of favorite one, I would do
Even if it's not your favorite.
I want to do my favorite.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the Shanghai chicken who wouldn't eat gravel.
Okay.
Looks dramatic when you just Okay, so this is the Shanghai chicken who did want to eat gravel. So Mother Shanghai had a bit of problem with her children, because my second favorite story in science is actually the bird feet. So this is bird beaks. Okay, so Mother Shanghai had a bit trouble with her children because she had a lot of children, like 12. Yeah, I think she had 12. Yeah. So she really needed help, but she kind of managed. She would always say to the Shanghai cock that the children were so beautiful, but his only answer always was always, let's hope that they will grow up to be as good as they look. So yeah. Well, all of these 12 except one were plump Shanghai chicken didn't eat gravel, and one time when they were kind of sleeping na, and the cock accidentally crowed in his sleep. The cocks woke up and then they cocked because he cocked, and then he cocked because they cocked, and then they cocked because he cocked. The chickens asked their mothers if it was like morning already, but the mother said to sleep faster so that morning would come faster. To sleep na so that morning will come faster. Ano pa ba? Okay. But the mother Shanghai couldn't sleep anymore as she saw that the Shanghai chicken, the non-gravel Shanghai chicken was so thin. So she kind of went to him and said, "Do you eat gravel?" Then he said in a sleepy voice, "No, I don't. I don't like the taste of it." Then the mother said, "Oh, you must eat gravel. It will make you strong. And if you don't eat gravel, you're never gonna be happy, plump, and strong." "Oh, but I don't want to. It tastes bad. Anyways, and it tastes bad anyways." Imagine a chicken speaking to his mother in that way. The mother that had been always there to have care for him and his siblings, the one that would always love him and his siblings, the one that was there for him, the one that was there when he was hatching, the one that sat on his egg. And so the mother Shanghai, she stayed up all night and until looking at the stars until the first light of dawn came. So the cocks crowed and everyone woke up. Yeah, so the Shanghai chicken, the non-gravel one, the one who wouldn't eat gravel, saw how plump and happy his brothers and sisters were, and he saw that his shadow was getting smaller and smaller every day. He heard everyone just talking bad about him. So he was kind of sad, He saw a chicken girl. Wait, no, yeah. Chicken saying to her sister how thin he was and that he would never be happy, and that how he would look if he was leading chickens. So one night he decided to eat gravel when no one was looking. He saw that it was yum yummy. So he ate some more. He didn't want anyone to know. And while he didn't want anyone to know, he was sad. But he had his way. He wasn't even happy when they were, rolling in the sunshine on the good grass. Woo! So he didn't want to speak, but when brother said he didn't want like gravel to his mother, he finally spoke up. He said, "Oh, I should have minded my mother. Should have eaten gravel." Well, and I forgot what else he said, but that's kind of what he said. And he ate more gravel and more and more and more, and he became plump and happy too. And the chicken who had been making fun of him, when he was finding food, she was finding food, and so they were kind of chasing a grasshopper. And so when the grasshopper got away, they had to go and find food together. And they became great friends. And Mother Shanghai Chicken was finally perfectly happy. She said that she was now perfectly happy. The end. Ta-ta-ra-ta-ta-ra-ta.
I have a question. Bakit daw kailangan nilang kumain ng gravel?
Oh, so that gravel, so that it can like cut, well, not really cut, like help in the digestion of the food because they don't have teeth.
Oh,
so they
very
can chew it.
good. Very good.
Let's get plugged out.
Next question. Why are mangroves important?
Mangroves are important because they are very useful to animals. Like fish, they live in mangrove ponds. They can also like for like birds too, and what else, diba? Animals, a lot of animals can live in them, like they can even live in their trees, kind of but they have been kind of like lowered down in species, so we have to kind of regrow them. And well, people who live, families who live near the sea, like the water, they should be, like, they should be encouraged to help grow mangroves again, and the government should kind of stop the privacy of mangroves,
Privatization?
yeah, of like mangrove areas. Yeah.
How are mangroves important to people, not just animals, to humans?
It kind of stops the like kind of the water coming to the shore too much. Well,
Like? What will they stop?
Like the diba, there's this water, the water that's I don't know how to explain it.
What do you call that? Stops water from going to the shore? Oh, diba there are usual waves in the water? What will the mangrove stop? Normal waves?
No.
Or what? That's my question.
How do you say this? The waves, not like the normal waves, the different waves, like abnormal.
What do you call that? Chew?
Tsunami.
Yes.
It will kind of like stop the tsunami waves.
Storm surges. Tidal waves. Tsunamis, they act as breakwater, okay? And how do mangroves help the water itself?
How they help the water?
Yes.
Okay, so it kind of absorbs the water.
The water on the seashore. Oh, di ba they are planted both land tsaka water? Oh, how do they help the waters there? They do not absorb all of the water, of course.
They kind of like absorb the bad water.
What do they do? The mangroves? To the water. They make them?
Make them clean.
Yes. They maintain the quality, the good quality of the water. What do we mean when we say a tree is endemic?
Endemic?
Yes.
Okay, so it means that the tree is native to a certain place.
Okay.
Like, it's endemic to like Africa.
Okay. Oh, can you give 3 examples of trees endemic to the Philippines?
Okay, so there is Katmon, Tibig, Antipolo.
Antipolo? Okay.
Antipolo.
Why is it important to know what trees are endemic to a certain place?
Kasi there are 5 types of, like 5 types of trees. Not all trees need the same, like, place to be in. Well,
For example?
some are shade tolerant, some are sun demanding, some
Okay.
can kind of get weeds out when the weeds are kind of close. There are 5. I forgot all 5, but there is sun demanding with volcanic soil, sun demanding in limestone areas, shade tolerant, and sun demanding and pulling kind of like getting out weeds when they're close.
Okay, so it is important to know what trees are endemic to a certain place so we will know if the tree or the plant will grow. Yes. Okay.
It might die in the wrong place.
Yes.